efficiency of transfer. Okay, now here this is the problem based on efficiency of transfer. Okay, now we have draw single phase transfer. Okay, now this is the single phase transformer is here. Okay, then here voltage ratio, that is V1 by V2, that is K is equal to, we have considered V1 by V2. Okay, but here this is the primary winding. Okay, now this is the primary winding, then this is the secondary winding. Okay, now V1, that is 3300, that is V1 is here. Okay, then V2 is here, but the kVA rating of single phase transformer is 60, that is given here. Then frequency 50 Hz, but the single phase transformer has iron losses in core, that is, this is the iron core. Okay, this is the iron core is here, that is symbol of iron losses is Pi. Okay, this Pi is given 600 watt, that is iron power losses is given here 600 watt, that is here. Okay, then primary winding resistance, that is R1 is given, that is 3.3 ohm. Then सर सर सांगितलं लेक्चर आहे माझं, सर मला लेक्चर घ्या, लेक्चर झाल्यानंतर बोला. हो का, पण मला लेक्चर आहे, आता लेक्चर चालू आहे. सर मला सांगितलं रोहित सर येते. रोहित सर सांगा मग तसं लेक्चर सरांशी बोलणं झालं. काय म्हणतात? हॅलो 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 Okay, now this is the iron losses is 600 here. Okay, now here primary winding resistance is 3.3 ohm, that is here. Then secondary winding resistance is 0.011 ohm is here. Okay, but here determine efficiency of transfer, that is we have need efficiency formula. First we have to calculate efficiency. Okay, now we have calculate efficiency is here. Then at full load condition power factor is 0.8, that is cos phi is 0.8 lagging, that is given here. This is the given data is here. Okay, now here we have to need to find out efficiency, that is eta. Okay, but in this problem kVA rating is given here. Okay, kVA rating is given, that is what is the meaning of kVA, that is kilo volt ampere. Then we have to need formula for kVA. This kVA means is equal to, we have considered primary winding, then V1, then ampere means unit of current I1, and kilo means 10 raised to 3 multiply by 10 raised to 3. Okay, then here this is for primary winding. Okay, then secondary winding is for kVA rating is V2 I2 into 10 raised to 3. This is for secondary winding. Now here we have consider I1, that is primary winding, that is we have calculate first I1, that is here. Then we have to calculate I2 for secondary winding. Okay, now first we have calculate I1 is here. Then I1 is equal to formula, that is kVA is equal to V1 I1 into 10 raised to 3. Okay, 10 raised to 3. Then rearrange equation for I1. I1 is equal to kVA upon V1 and kVA upon V1. But here we have to need formula is here. Okay. Now here kVA rating is given 60. Then here multiplied by 60, that is 10 raised to 3. Okay, 10 raised to 3. That is kVA rating is given here. But voltage V1 is 3300. That is here. Okay, but we have to need to find out I1. Then I1 obtained at full load condition, that is F here. That is I1 is obtained is 18.1818 ampere. Okay, now this is the I1 current we have calculated. The same formula useful for to calculate I2. Okay, but here we have to need copper losses. So what is the formula of copper losses? That is copper loss is equal to, formula for copper loss is I square R. But in given problem, value of Pi, that is iron loss, is given here in given problem. Okay, but then we have considered primary winding. This we have considered primary winding, that is P copper is equal to I1 square into R. Then I1 is calculated, put here 18.1818 square into value of resistance R1 is given here, that is 3.3. Okay, then we have obtained primary copper loss, that is 1019.90, and copper loss measured in watt. Okay, similar for I2, that is kVA is equal to V2 into I2. Okay, then rearrange equation for I2 is equal to kVA upon V2. Okay, then kVA rating is 60, that is kilo, that is multiplied by 10 raised to 3. Then V2 voltage is given, that is 110. Then obtained current is I2, that is 5.45 ampere. Okay, now here we have calculate I2. Then we have to need to calculate secondary copper loss, that is secondary copper loss is equal to I square R. Okay, then here I2 square into R. Then I2 current is put here. Then value of R2 is given, is 0.011. Then obtain secondary copper loss, that is 3 to 72.70. The secondary copper loss is given, but here we have to need total copper loss occur in primary winding plus secondary winding. This addition of primary plus secondary, that is this value is put here plus this value put here. Okay, then obtain total copper loss is 4363.6272 watt at full load condition. Okay, now we have to need formula for efficiency, that is efficiency, that is percentage of efficiency. Okay, now here kVA into cos pi, kVA into cos pi plus pi plus p copper into 100. Then kVA rating is 60 into 10 raised to 3, put here. Then cos pi is 0.8. Then 60 into 10 raised to 3 into 0.8. Then iron loss is 600 plus copper loss is calculate here, that is 43, 63.60 to 72 into 100. Now we have obtained efficiency is 90.6282. That is we have obtained efficiency is 90%. That means single phase transformer, it has healthy condition, good healthy condition, that is called as stable transformer. Okay, that is its output power and input power, it will be better because we have obtained efficiencies above 90%. Then this type of transformer is called as good healthy type transformer. Okay, now this is the problem based on efficiency of transformer. Okay, now this is the problem is here, and also here we have to calculate percentage efficiency. Okay, now this is the problem is here. Now next point is direct loading method. Okay, now here in direct loading method we have to need to calculate first efficiency and second point is voltage regulation. Okay, now here this is the transformer is here. Okay, this is the transformer and this is the variac, that is variable, that is increase the voltage, that is variable voltage, increase or decrease at a certain limit. That is this terminal variac is used as to provide constant voltage to the primary side of the transformer. That is this is the voltage controller device, that is variac. Okay, then here this is the single phase AC supply voltage, that is 230 volt AC voltage is given here, frequency is 50 Hz. Okay, now this is single phase AC supply is given to the variable, that is increase or decrease the voltage at a certain point. Then this variac is used as to adjust voltage at constant position. Okay, and this voltage is applied to the transformer primary winding, that is called as V1, and this V1 voltage can be measured with the help of voltmeter. Okay, then this is the ammeter, A indicates for ammeter, and this ammeter measure current I1. Okay, now this is the W1, that is called as wattmeter, that is wattmeter measured power from, this is wattmeter measured power from input side of the transformer, and this wattmeter W2 measure output side power. Okay, then here current I2, it will be measured with the help of ammeter. Then voltmeter V measure the voltage V2. Okay, now M indicates main supply, M indicates main, then L indicates line. Okay, then C indicates current and V indicates voltage. These are the important 4 parameters using wattmeter, it is called as MLCV. Okay, now in this direct loading method we have to need 6 parameters. First parameter input side V1, I1 and W. Then output side V2, I2 and W. Okay, this is the input parameter and this is output parameter. Okay, this 6 parameter, it will be important in direct loading method to find out efficiency and voltage regulation. That is, we have to need formula for efficiency, formula for voltage. But there are two conditions here for direct loading method. First condition is no load condition. It is called as N here. And another is full load condition. But this diagram is full load condition because load is connected across secondary side of the transformer. That is called as full load condition. Okay. But in no load condition, there is a no load is connected. There is a no load from output side of the transformer. At that instant, current I2 is 0 from secondary side because this side is totally open circuit. Okay. Then secondary side of the transformer is open circuit. Then current I2 it will become 0. That is I2 is equal to 0. Then here voltage V2 it will be depends on induced EMF E2. That means voltage V1 is directly proportional to the E1. Okay. Then voltage V2 is directly proportional to E2. Okay. That is V1 depends on E1 and E2 depends on V2. That means the voltage from output side V2 is equal to V2 equal at no load condition, but current I2 is 0 at no load condition. Okay, but here at this is for no load condition. Then full load condition I2 value is present. This I2 is always present because load is connected. Then voltage V2 is always same as that of load voltage. That is voltage across load. That is called as VN. That is voltage across load. That is called as load voltage. That is in full load condition I2 is present because load is connected. Then voltage V2 is always depends on load voltage in full load condition. Okay. Now this is the difference between no load condition and full load condition. Then finally we have to need to find out efficiency and voltage regulation. Okay. Now second, this is the construction and working detail is here. Then next point is observation table and calculation. It is very important in direct loading method. Okay, now next parameter is observation table and calculation. Okay, now here this is the observation table is here. This is for primary side V1, I1, W1. This is for secondary side V2, I2, W. Now this is for full load condition, second reading for full load condition and first reading for no load condition. Okay, now in no load condition value of I2 is equal to 0, then V2 is equal to E2, but power measured in W, that is power is equal to which formula? V into I. Okay, then secondary side power V2 I2. Okay, then but value of I2 is 0, then power always 0. Its power is 0 watt at no load condition. Okay, that is here. Then current I2 is 0 is here, but the voltage V2 always same as that of E2, and this E2 voltage measured in volt. That is no load condition. Okay, now this is the primary side and secondary side observation table with respect to no load condition. But here the rated voltage V1 is 230 volt. That is value of V1 is 230 volt is here. Okay, it is 230 volt is here. Then current I1 is constant current is 2.5 or 3 ampere is here. Then power, that is power is the product of voltage and current, is V1 into I1. That is V1 is 230 volt into 2.5. Then this value for power is here. That is wattmeter, that is measured power, and this power is indicated by wattmeter. This W. This is for primary side. But in full load condition, only rated voltage is given, that is 230 volt, and all parameter is calculated, that is I1, W1, is I1 is calculated, W1 calculated, then V2, I2 and W. That is in full load condition 5 parameter it will be calculated, but in no load condition only 2 parameter is calculated, that is I1 and I2. Okay, now this is the difference between no load condition and full load condition. Now we have to calculate first efficiency, okay, then calculate regulation. These are the important formulas here. It will be already explained here. Then first formula for efficiency is W2 means output power upon input. W1 is input. This is the formula for efficiency is used here. That is, put here value of W2 upon W1 for first no load condition, and second one is full load condition. That is, we have calculate efficiency for no load condition and full load condition. Also voltage regulation calculate for no load condition and full load condition. Okay, these are the important formulas for percentage of efficiency and percentage of regulation, that is E2 minus V2 upon E2 into 100. That is where E2 is cost. Okay, now this is the direct method, or also called as direct loading method, to find out efficiency and voltage regulation. Okay, now this is the concept of